Hi there, it's Kathleen. Sorry you can't see me today. Today we're going to do something kind of fun. And I think we've done this once before where I show you just some fun things to do with chalk paste. And for those of you who don't know me, even though you can't see me, I'm Kathleen Borsch and I am the owner and the maker of the products that you find at notsofgrace.com. And so I come to you Fridays with a little bit of fun or a feature of some of the products that we have at Knots of Grace. And what I'm doing today is showing you some of the products that we have at Chalk Couture. And I joined Chalk Couture over a year ago as something fun to do. And also because I love to use crafting as a way of finding peace and balance in my life. And so I wanted to offer that to you as well. So today I'm going to just do a couple of things. We won't be on here long, and bear with me because I can't, the monitor. Hey Kelly, I'm glad you're here. The monitor's behind me, so I'll be kind of back and forth. So if you say something and I don't reply right away, just bear with me and I will see it in just a second and then go from there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a whoops and then we're going to make it better. Because I made this one this morning and I went, oh my gosh, I should show you guys how to make it better. Because like I said, it was definitely a whoops this morning. And hopefully you can hear me. I have my headset on instead of using the computer. But if you can't hear me, just let me know. Okay. All right. So let's jump in. So here's the whoops. And can you see that? I'm going to get a little bit closer without hopefully making you ill. So it says, hello, sunshine. And it is from a kit. And the kit is actually, all right, step in the other room for just a moment. The kit is super cute. I'll show you some of the pieces here. And I made this a while ago. It's this lemon kit. Can you see it? There you go. And so the Hello Sunshine was this centerpiece on the lemon kit. And I just thought it was so cute and I wanted to have some more bookmarks. So I thought, well, let me just use that. And it fits perfectly on these little bookmarks that I have. And you're going to see some more of these bookmarks soon. But I wanted to show you how to make it better because as you can see, it's kind of hard to see the Hello Sunshine words that are on there just because of, oh, cool. Thank you, Kelly. Because it's, just this light blonde wood and then you have the light colors of the sunshine. And I want it to look like a sunset or a sunrise. So here's here's the improvement. So instead of using the natural blonde, I painted one of these, I blackwashed it. Can't say whitewashed it because it's black paint. I just took some of my folk art paint, that I got at, I think at Joann or Hobby Lobby or something, and very lightly kind of did a whitewash, but with the black paint and put that on there. And so then from there, all I'm going to do is, like I said, this fits on here just perfectly. And so I'm going to put this, hopefully you can see. I'm going to put this over here so I can see white edges and see if the white comes in below or from behind. And you can see you can't see it there and it's not there. So I'm just pressing it down to make sure there's no bubbles where the screen is. Basically, these are, they're screens. And so you have the image that you normally would, or the transfer that you could use, cut from your Cricut or your Silhouette. And then and then there's the way that you're able to use this over and over again is because there is a mesh or a net behind here. So that way you can use these over and over again. You don't have to have the transfer tape and all this kind of stuff. So you just get to do this. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of each of these colors and going to make my sunrise or my sunset here. And so you can see how this goes. It's fun. If you didn't want to do that, you could just use white. You could just use one of these colors, however you want. But I was having a little fun with it this morning, so I figured I would do it the exact same way this afternoon. And I have my Chalk Couture website scrolling at the bottom, and I will also include it in the notes or in the comments afterwards, so that if you are interested in checking these out, you can do that. And this one is called Lemon Garland. That is the kit that I showed you. And so that's what it's called, is Lemon Garland. And these are just little spatulas that help me get the paste out. And then I have multiple of them, so that way I'm not blending the different pastes until I want them. So all I'm doing now is you can use a squeegee if you want, which I did this morning, and so I'll do that now as well. And I'm intentionally blending the colors so that, and then what I'm going to do is just squeegee off the colors. And you do this every time. So anytime you're using one of these transfers, you squeegee off the extra paste, chalk paste. And if it's a single color, you can put it back into your paste jar, and then you can reuse it. And then it's just as simple as pulling up the paste like so. And so you can see that looks so much better than this morning's version. And you can also see that I could have gone in with my finger a little bit more and pressed in some of the color. But what I'll do now is I'm just going to go take this into the bathroom, put it in some water real quick, and I'll be right back. Less than 20 seconds. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want the paste to dry in that net, in that screen. So it's basically a screen that's there. So what I'm going to do after we get off here is I'll just put a little jute cording on there. If I feel like it, I might even put some beads on it or something fun like that. And then what I'll do here is I'll just take some water on a rag, and I'll just wipe that off. So that's what that is. So you can see this was the oops, and this is a little bit better. So that's a fun little project there. So the next one I'm going to show you, this one I'm winging it. So bear with me, I'm winging it on this one just to have some fun today. So this was a little set that, how many of you go to Target, and as soon as you go into Target, you look at their like dollar, quote unquote, dollar bins, but they're really more like 3, 5, 6, whatever. It's their like fun section when you first walk in. That's what these are. They were a $3 set, and it was an Americana set. And I'm not really into Americana that much, but I thought this would be super fun. I could repaint it for $3. I didn't have to go and sand the wood and do all that kind of fun stuff. And all I did is, I didn't do it very well, but I did put a coat of this just white acrylic paint over the top of these, lightly sanded them down, and then what I did is I put a little bit of the surface wax on there. And the reason I put surface wax on there was to make it so that my transfers, so the sticky stuff on the transfers, don't stick to the acrylic paint. Makes it a little softer, and it helps it so that it doesn't stick and bring up the color of the paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this center one here today. because I don't want to be here forever showing you these, even though I love doing this. And like I said, one of the reasons I got involved with doing this was because I wanted something that was going to help me kind of just chill out and find some peace in the day and find some some sanity amongst the chaos of everyday life. And so that is one of the reasons. And then I wanted to share it with you guys because I think everyone needs a little bit of peace in their life, right? So once I get these all done, I am going to put this in our guest room because the saying on it, I think I'm just going to make it really simple. So bear with me. I was looking for paste. Like I said, I'm sort of going off the cuff. So I have here the Tide and then black velvet. And I think I'm just going to go simple with the black velvet, but we'll see where I go with this. So this set of transfers is called The Good Life, and you can see it here. And I'll post these in the comments. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to cut out this one here really quick so that we can use it. And one of the things I love about these transfers is that, well, like this one, for example, look at how many you get with one transfer. You get 6 different sayings. And the sayings that they have and all the different things that they have at Chocatour, there's some that are more religious. And then there's some that are just, super fun. There's all sorts of things. And there's some that are super quirky. So you'd have to go check those out. But we're just going to do this sit down and stay a while here. And what I'm doing is to take this off of the backing the first time. All you do is you'll rub your finger lightly over the edge and you'll catch your finger on the sticky part. And it's easiest if you go from the corner versus from the top. So then I'm going to take this, what do we call it? It's called a fuzzing cloth. And what it's going to do is it is going to take a little bit of the stickiness off the back. And it sounds counterintuitive that why would you want to take sticky off the back if you're actually going to use it to adhere it so that way you can paint on it. But it helps so that it doesn't take the paint off the back. So we did a couple of things so that wouldn't happen. We used the surface wax and then we defuzzed it or fuzzed it so that way it wouldn't come off. So I'm just going to center this and hopefully it is also straight. That's one thing that I struggle with sometimes. I get it nice and centered, but then it's not straight. How many of you, I'm sure some of you are that way too. And it's not every time either. Sometimes I'm right on the nose and other times I'm just not. I'm just off center. So that's just the way it goes. And if you hear me going through things, I'm just going through my drawer of all of my goodies. So I'm just going to make this simple black and white. So that way, if I decide to change rooms, I don't have to change anything. And then it's as easy as putting, just kind of scrubbing it on, really. And I'm using this little squeegee here and squeegeeing it. If you can see that now you can see the words coming through back again. And instead of them being white, now they are black. And, well, I love to craft. I've been crafting my whole life, been making things as a 4-H'er, and, all sorts of things. And I just love crafting. And it, most of the time brings me joy and, is very comforting and peaceful for me. The times where it's not is when I get frustrated because it's not going the way I want it to, but generally it's very calming and soothing. And so one of the great things about Chat Couture, and you can see I'm pulling this off at an angle as well. And the reason I'm pulling it off at an angle is so that it doesn't stretch your transfer, and the transfer will just stay nice and intact for you. So you can see, how long did that take? 30 seconds maybe? It took longer for me to stick it down and make sure that it was centered than it did for me to actually paint it. And so now I can put this on the shelf or on the nightstand next to the guest bed, and they have this cute little sit down and stay a while, nice little welcoming little comment there. So that's what I have for you guys today. Just something simple, something fun. I wanted to just share, it's Friday. It's the first Friday of my daughter's first week of school. And I thought, you know what, let's just have a little bit of fun here today. So I hope this was as fun for you as it was for me. And if you have any questions about knotsofgrace.com or Chat Couture, please let me know. Just put a comment in or send me a DM, and we'll catch up with you later. All right, we'll see you next Friday, and we'll probably do something a little more normal, if you want to call it, for our Feature Fridays next week. All right, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.